One of the skills you need to stay out of the system and away from lockup is self-control. To learn this skill, you must practice self-control. Yeah. When was the last time you lost control?
When I lost control was when me and my little sister, we get in little arguments and we'll fight. And then she'll stress it to the point I just can't take it no more. I just leave her alone. And then I know better now to just don't fall in her little traps and stuff, because she do try to get the best of me by getting me mad. So I don't lose self-control.
There's a big fight, because if you have self-control, that means you can determine what happens in the end. But if you don't, then you can't determine nothing.
Do you have self-control in your life?
Sometimes.
To start practicing self-control, you must learn to be flexible, learn to chill, relax, and not react when things do not go your way, when adults let you down, or when you are held accountable for your behavior. Think before you act.
What won't work being flexible is jails, institutions, probation, restitution, things like that. What will be like your parents sometimes, maybe, like school days, homework sometimes not, and then just pretty much your own things. And being flexible will help a great deal, because you won't be stressing as much, because it won't be this has to happen this time and this has to happen that time. You can be like, well, maybe I can do this tomorrow. And so you won't have to stress a lot. That's what being flexible is about.
When was the last time you walked away from a fight?
Earlier today, when I got in the coffee with this person in my classroom, and we went in the office and went to talk it out with our teachers, and I was thinking about fighting them, because this person kept on getting on my nerves and stuff. But I know how to settle down, calm down, just keep cool.
How do you calm down and be cool?
It happens sometimes. It happens automatically when you just count to 10 or do something that makes you feel good.
When things go down and you are about to lose control, tune in to what's going on in your body. Your body sends out a SOS, such as tense muscles, shaking, or crying. When your body starts to trip and sends you a SOS, this is the time to think. Count to 10. Breathe deeply. Exercise or walk away. Walk away and live. Walk away to stay out of lockup. Walk away to freedom. When was the last time you avoided a fight?
Yesterday.
Tell us what happened.
I was messing around with my homegirl, and her cousin tried to come in it, and she tried to slap me, and then I had slapped her back, and then we was about to fight, but my homegirl pulled me away from her.
And how did that help you not fight?
Because she was telling me that she was too young for me to be fighting and everything, and that she knew that I would hurt her, so she didn't want me to fight her.
How do you go about regaining your control?
I leave the situation and walk away, or walk around, or go somewhere else, watch TV or something.
Using self-control is at times difficult, but anything that is worthwhile, you have to work on it. You have the power and the ability to practice and use self-control. Don't punk out to your emotions. Think and use self-control.
Well, really, I didn't really lose self-control, but I could have handled it better. But to me, what happened was we was just pencil fighting, and the teachers was like, well, that's destruction of property or whatever. And then they asked us to stop, and they called over here and was like, we need to write some sentences. And I didn't want to write no sentences because I didn't break no pencils. And then how I used self-control and flexibility was that I just did it and got it over with and then went to class.
I wouldn't be locked up. I wouldn't probably be in none of this situation if I have used self-control and the problems when I was in the little situations I was in.
What are you going to do in the future to stay out of lockup?
What I'm going to do in the future, I'm going to do what I have to do all the things that I'm told to do and stuff.
How come you
Make
didn't do
sure.
that before?
Just hard-headed.
When was the last time you walked away from a fight?
Earlier today.
Okay, say that again.
Earlier today when somebody would, me and this other kid was messing around and I just left him alone.
Do you think horse playing makes fights happen when you play around and horse playing?
Yeah,
How does that happen?
because somebody might get hurt and take it the wrong way.
So what would your advice be?
Not to play around anymore or horse play.
So that means in class you're not going to play around anymore, huh? Or try not to?
Yeah.
How did you walk away from the fight or from the horse playing?
Well, the teachers came in and she wanted to talk to me, the other kid, so we just went to the other building and started talking.
Now, how do you work out issues? How do you work out when you have problems with another student in Genesis? How do you work those issues out or those problems out?
Usually a teacher comes in and then we go to the other building and talk it out.
And how do you go about talking it out?
Apologize.
Here are some basic steps for using self-control. Think about what's going down to make you lose control. Think about another way to deal with the situation. Walk away, count to 10, or think cool thoughts. Think about how you are feeling and face it. You are either angry, irritable, embarrassed, or your feelings are hurt. Think and choose the way to act that seems best for you. Not to impress, front, or clown. Think about the consequences.
I learned different ways to, or should I say different steps to deal with self-control. Like talking it out and other ways of taking out your anger besides physically or abusively.
Are you going to use those things?
Yeah.
Steps?
Yeah.
Have you used them already?
Yes.
Tell us how.
Like in ways that situation that happened at the park when when a man called me an inappropriate name. I feel like I handled it very well. For one, I talked to one of the counselors here, and I kind of talked to myself and my peers that surround me. They helped me out a little more. So I think that's what helped me out the most is talking.
I think it's important to learn self-control because if the things like you do, like get in fights or beat up somebody or whatever, there's always going to be consequences and you're always going to get messed up. You're not going to come on top if you don't learn self-control.